Now, if you're all caught up on the Caddy RS build, you'll remember that we got a fair few things done in part 3. One of those was getting the fueling issue sorted, allowing the van to idle and run correctly. We also decided to mate up the stock Caddy TDI back box up to an RS center section. Yes, I know that does sound a bit crazy, but it's more of a temporary fix until we get a custom exhaust done, and we ended up finding that it sounded pretty cool anyway. Most of the front end also went back on. The bumper did prove to be a bit of a challenge, namely because of the main grille in the center. It was never designed to accommodate a front mount intercooler, so we had to trim most of it away. Now the van is almost ready for its first drive on some country roads, but the goal for today is to get those last few tasks done. So yeah, let's crack on. All right folks, so here we are back at DDG part 4. Look what's outside, the Caddy in all its glory with the RS engine under there. Got a different kind of RS over here, very rare, Mark II RS, another 8P and a Mark 6R with an RS3 engine. The TTRS is still here, looking pretty sorry for itself. Subframe's all attached as we said, so it does steer. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for parts on this particular thing, but we will get to it soon. But yeah, it's been a couple of days since I've seen this thing. Quite looking forward to hearing it. Should just start up as normal now. As you saw, we've got the Caddy TDI back box. Very cool. Not that you can see much.
Put the jump pack on because I don't think that battery is terribly healthy.
No, not at all. Look at that. All into life, radio's on. That's just crazy, isn't it?
Just like that.
Just like that, a Caddy RS cold start. Right, we thought we'd just bring it over here so we can get a couple of pictures. We've just taken the body off as you do. Just a few minor things to dial in today.
Yeah. At the minute it's got our test ECU which isn't mapped for this car, so any of the stuttering or anything you hear is just not mapped for this.
That way was blocked, so Lewis just took it around the block quite literally. Right then, Caddy's inside. We're also joined with Dawood again.
Hey everybody.
So we're going to be doing something a bit different today in this next part of the video. We're going to be showing some ECU content, let's say.
Of course, so we need to get your ECUs programmed up. We need to get my custom software installed on your ECU, and we then need to get your immobilizer data transferred over. So we've got two of these Red 9.1.2 ECUs in stock here.
Yep.
We got your one from the ECU.
Yeah.
And we've got the other one here. We've been tuning these for years. We know these inside out. All the software we make is all custom. And yeah, stay tuned.
I have read on a lot of these RS3 8Ps and even like the prefacer stuff, a faulty ECU can actually be the cause of a lot of problems, rather it being, say, you know, you're chasing a misfire, for example, it might be ignition coil, spark plugs, etc.
So there's a lot of common issues with these, which are ignition drivers for spark plugs. There's injector drivers that actually go faulty. There's a fuel pump signal that actually goes faulty. The signal to the relays, engine main relays, actually goes faulty as well.
Yep.
And also bad tuning can lead to the failure of these as well.
Yeah.
So this one is yours, manual one.
Yep.
This chip here does all your immobilizer data, your EEPROM. This is your processor. This is your flash where all your maps are stored, but on this variant the maps are stored within here and here. And these are the pads that we need to read the ECU with. I've got my trusty frame for over 10 years, still going strong. We're going to line it all up in here. Need to add a few different patches into it as well.
Right.
And also the immobilizer data we need to modify to be able to run in your van, because currently you've got my test ECU in there.
Yes, that's why we had some overrun in the last video.
Yes. Still got my launch control on it.
Yeah, it didn't magically just have that just by putting the Caddy TDI back box on. So the one at the bottom is another Audi RS3 with the patch already, and then
that's a patch that I've developed, and then I'm just moving it into your ECU.
See, things like this are the crucial part of a Caddy RS conversion, aren't they? Wiring, getting the ECU set. I mean, you could
just small little bits of coding and variants inside it, which make the big difference. It's not just a case of just throwing all the wires together
no.
and hoping for it. There's been so much adding relays, converting the fuse box.
It's still a bit surreal seeing this thing move, but yeah, you guys are just like desensitized to RS conversions at this point.
We absolutely love them.
There's just one in every corner.
Right, we're done.
We're done, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so there we are. ECU is now being flashed with the base tube.
Just need to sort your top panel out. It's all screwed down.
And then that's just goes straight back into the Caddy then.
That's it, back in the Caddy, and it's All yours again.
Right then folks, quick intermission. This won't take long. I just got a couple of things I want to mention as per usual. First thing, I just wanted to say thank you for the massive support you guys have been showing the channel this year. We've had a bunch of new subscribers come on board in January, and just the general comments and messages I've been getting. Yeah, it's just awesome to see, and I'm glad you guys are on the same wavelength that I am in terms of builds and whatnot. Now, we are going to keep this momentum up throughout the year with loads of other ideas I've got planned, and there is also going to be one very important announcement coming in the next week or so. It's something I wanted to do for a number of years now, and I think we finally can execute it, so make sure you do stay tuned and also subscribe if you are new here as well. And the second thing I wanted to say is just a big thanks to our familiar channel sponsors, Car Vertical. Now, you regular viewers will know exactly what Car Vertical is, but for those of you who are unaware, essentially what it is, it's a website that allows you to obtain a full report on any car. All you got to do is enter registration or the VIN of the vehicle in question. Now, to give you an example of this service in action, I've loaded up a report on another VW Caddy, which I'll throw up on the screen now. Now, at the top here gives you a look at your vehicle at a glance. So in the case of this particular Caddy, it's got no outstanding finance, it's never been stolen in the past, but unfortunately it has had its mileage tampered, and it also has been damaged. It says in Feb 2020 it was recorded at 13,000 miles, and the prior recorded mileage in October 2019 was 24k. Next, if you head over to the damage section, we can see that in Jan 2020 is when it had its accident. It was recorded as a Category S write-off, and the best bit is if you head over to the photo section, you can see the exact extent of that recorded damage. So there we are, Caddy Highline Maxi, pretty similar to mine except it's a Mark III. Seems mostly front end, interior all seems good, but actually there's a photo of the speedo here showing us 13,200 miles, so yes, maybe it is in fact clocked back. So yes folks, that's Car Vertical. As you can see, it definitely does the trick when you want to know a bit more about the vehicle you're looking to buy, or you just want to check what you've already got. Now, I have got my own special link which is down below in the description, so make sure you click on that, because once you do that and then use the code TRH, you'll get 10% off your next report. But yeah, big thanks to Car Vertical as always for their continued support. Let's continue with the Caddy RS. There's some new lights in here today. Nice and bright. We did notice that some of you guys wanted more lighting in the video. I did my best with the light stand, but we've got no issues today. Plenty of brightness. Now that we got the ECU ready, it was time to get a few remaining tasks done, such as bleeding the brakes up, getting the arch liners back in, and also wrapping the completed wiring, which was definitely pretty satisfying to watch. We also fitted a brand new Bosch battery along with welding in a bung for the earth point, so it was a bit more of a permanent solution. And then we topped this off with fitting the jump terminals in the engine bay of the Caddy from the TTRS. As you know, this thing had a battery here before, and now it no longer does. But yeah, all nice and OEM.
Yeah, so where we're up to at the moment is ECU holder is back in, standard ECUs all fitted in there nicely. Wiring has all been tied up. It's all lovely job up to there. Yeah, jump awesome. Point has now been added. We're just going to put the red cover over the top. We've located that in the mess that we have in the back of the van. We're just going to put the bonnet back on now.
Yep.
And then the tray that goes behind the intake.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much set.
Get a little startup in.
We're missing some.
ECU plugs going in.
That bit'll need that.
Yeah, it'll need that.
Got it, yeah.
That's it.
Go on.
We've just gone over the engine bay, made it look absolutely immaculate. Yeah, look at that folks. Bonnet's now back on. Right then, Dawood, moment of truth.
Yeah, so
we're going to be going around the block. I don't know what the lighting is like at the moment, but bear with us folks. We'll make do with this, I think. This works.
There we go.
There we are. You can somewhat see. Put my seatbelt on.
First ever time we're going to be together in this van after we put the RS engine in.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal just hearing it just coming off the clutch there.
Steering feels pretty good, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Bit of deja vu from when we got the TDI running. Now with a 2.5 litre turbo petrol. Private road. What do you reckon? Front wheel drive,
I know it's your van, I'm having loads of fun in it.
It's all good, it's all good.
Let's do another pull down there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's addictive, that is.
That is, yeah. That front wheel drive squirm with the 5-pot manual.
something else.
There's no words to describe that.
Even with that stock exhaust as well,
Yeah.
like it's flowing so well, isn't it?
Right, I'm just gonna hop out here. It's literally pitch black, folks, but you can hear it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Need so many tyres, bro.
Yeah,
So
new
fun.
tyres every week. Right then, folks, that's part 4 all done. It was a bit shorter than I would have liked, and I know it was a bit dark towards the end, but there's not much I can do about sunlight in the UK in winter time. The Caddy's pretty much all done from DDG for the time being. We will be heading back up there in future episodes, but yeah, it's going to be arriving home in the next video, just arranging a recovery, and then it's going to be parked here, back where it initially started, next to the EOS and the TTRS. And yes, the shell is coming back home as well. But yeah, the series is nowhere near done. I've got a bunch of mods I want to do to it, both DIY and getting the exhaust made. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to execute and make the van just as nice as possible with a bunch of RS style retrofits. But as ever, make sure you're subscribed for all of that good stuff. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Also follow my Instagram, trhams_. And yeah, I'll see you in a few days time for the next video.